A collective reading for October 6th through 12th, 2024. For the week, and I will do what I've been doing, 4 cards, and here we go. This is you. This is something you're leaving behind in the last week, and this is something you're moving towards this week. And this is going to be how you transform, and we'll just hold on to that one for a minute. You may find yourself juggling multiple priorities, multiple people, multiple responsibilities. And your focus needs to be on time management. Don't be spending too much time on something that's not going to get you anywhere. You will be forced to adapt to things quite rapidly this week. And it's going to be because of this. The 7 of Swords. And I think I said this, but this is for the collective. So anybody who finds it, if your sign didn't connect with you, the reading for your sign didn't connect for you for this week, or you randomly find this, it's for you. But the 7 of Swords, I'm going to be reading this a little bit differently, I think, than most people do. I don't think this is theft. I think this is you walking away from a couple of ideas from a group of people who have given you these things that were meant to hurt you. This could be trauma, this could be bad investments, bad ideas, bad advice. You've left some of it behind. And you're looking back and you're contemplating whether or not you should take this with you, though. You still have some baggage that you're carrying with you and it's hurting you. And you may be so numb to it that you don't realize it right now. That's why you're looking back and saying, well, maybe I should take that with me. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is a parent or a couple of parents or a couple of relatives or friends or people, relationships whose opinion you've been trained to respect. However, it was only used against you. And in time, you're going to end up finding out that some of these other ideas, beliefs, it could be anything like, the first thing that came to mind was racism. They could have taught you racist ideals. They could have taught you how to judge people based on something that is totally inert. You know, it's not a skin color thing, it's not a culture thing, it is at some point, there's a point at which the individual makes a choice in how to act. They look around and it looks like you've dropped a couple of these ideals, but you're wondering whether or not you should pick them back up or not. In time, some of the ideas, some of the training, some of the family habits, just the bad ideas just keeps coming into my head. It looks like you have 5 main ideas or things that have been ingrained in you that you were supposed to think this way. And you're going to find out whenever you walk away with them, you will realize that they have only been hurting you. They've been restricting you. You may have even been sharpening the swords for them so they could hurt you better. You could also be finding out that some of these things that you've been told were actually secrets made to hurt you. It wasn't for your good that you were told these things, such as you were adopted, that, well, we adopted you. It wasn't because we loved you and we wanted to make your life better than it could have been if you'd gone another way. We adopted you because, well, so-and-so was essayed, for example. And while we just don't think that's right to do certain things that would have made it so that you're not here, but we still regret doing it because we don't feel like we should have taken on this burden. And that's all you've been to us as a burden, and we're making you pay for it, just like we've made you pay for it your entire life. And whenever you look back, you'll find out that that is exactly how they've been treating you. And whenever they tell you a couple of things, it'll make everything else very, very clear as to why your life has been this way. That's if it's a family situation. If it's a friend group or if it's a job-related situation, because the swords represent the mind and ideas, and you're in a more intellectual field, there could be something along the lines of, if you're brought into a job, and it doesn't matter what kind of job it is, it could be something where you work with your hands, where you're doing physical labor, like a warehouse, or it could be like office work. They could be telling you that, well, this is how you're supposed to do it. You've done the training, and then whenever you get out of the training and you actually get on the floor and into the mess of things, you find out why they were telling you some of the things they were in training. Because things are a mess. And things are a mess because they've been doing things the exact opposite of how they were supposed to. It may be best in your own self-interest to keep to yourself how much it is that you notice. I wouldn't call these people out to their face about, well, we were told to do it this way in training because XYZ. Because then that could end up putting a target on your back. It does look like somebody is going to be, somebody from your training group, like the, maybe even the boss of the company, could be interviewing some of the new trainees like yourself and seeing exactly how it is that they've been doing things on the floor. This could end up leading to a promotion for you. Or they could just dissolve the entire team and then everybody gets fired. So I would be careful who it is that you side with and be patient, because it looks like you've been put into a third-party position. Even in a work situation. And this card could end up clarifying this. I just don't want to flip it yet. But this future, this end of the week, looks like you will be torn about the decisions that you make, but remember that if you're making decisions, you're making them for a reason. There's a reason behind what you do, and in the end, somebody else's safety may be what's coming into question. Somebody else could be acting out maliciously at work or someplace else in your life that you come into contact with, and you may feel as though you need to step in. Whatever your actions are throughout the week, you will be making progress, and this will move everything towards recovery. However, you may not be very happy about what you had to do to get that. And this is how you're going to transform it. After handling and managing these multiple priorities and prioritizing your time management, adapting to whatever it is that you're being left with or being thrown into, you are going to be finding yourself in a place of wealth. Now, if this was the family situation that I was looking at, it could be that there's a trust fund that you didn't know about that somebody set up for you. Especially if it's a family member that you don't know because they separated themselves after whatever events. They're connected to you somehow that you don't, in a way that you don't see. And this trust fund is going to help you find financial security. It might not even be that big, but it will be something that you can work on and grow from. And it will help you separate yourself from being the outlier, the third person, the tag along, the oh yeah, they're over there. And so even though you may be moving past and through some trauma, and it could be a traumatic work, it could be trauma from family, it could be just trauma from general life experiences, you will be moving through it and coming out prosperous somehow because you've been managing everything that's been thrown at you. But with that change, collective, I do believe that you will finally be walking away from something, even though you still have some changes to make. You still have something to clean up. You will be moving towards something better with more resources than you ever thought you had. Your contribution to whatever the situation is going to end up finalizing everything and making everything very, very clear. And from that, you'll come into a place of prosperity. So just hang in there, hang in through whatever difficulty may be coming your way this week, and it's worth it. There is a small chance of dealing with some kind of justice system, but if you do, it will be in your favor. That's because Libra showed up at the end of the week. Alright, collective, that is where I'm going to leave you. If you like this content, please like and subscribe to get more. And I do dailies, weeklies, and monthlies for collective and signs. I also do pick-a cards and yes, no's, and whatever else it is I can think of. So stay tuned and have a good week.